All right, welcome to our final Swampcast of the season. We are live at the Superdome, all on tape for you. I don't know if they came out flat or whatever. I mean, I really believe that they had a great week of preparation. They were ready to go, but that play seemed to change everything. And I think more than it affecting Florida, I think it affected Louisville.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Louisville came out. They've had Charlie Strong in the air saying, "Look at all these fans here. Look at all these fans here. You don't want to let them down." And then when they made that play, they said, "Hey, we can win this game."
Yeah, and we've seen it before in bowl games, Pat. One team's ready to play and have something to prove.
Right.
Comes out and plays hard, gets momentum. It's hard to get it back.
Yeah.
Florida lost some momentum early, couldn't get it back.
I actually wrote this in my column. I said, all week it felt like the Cincinnati game in 2009. We said, no, Florida was going to play the part of Cincinnati because that's how bad it was. I mean, it was just an ugly loss for the Gators. I think it was the worst game they played in 3 years. I really do, considering what was at stake and what they have on this team.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a Florida team self-destruct quite like that one in a long time. I mean, penalties, turnovers, getting outplayed, and getting out-hustled throughout their third and fourth quarter. To Florida's credit, and to Driscoll's credit, despite the turnovers, that late drive gave them a chance to get in the game.
Yeah, it did. And
it was a two-score game. If they made the go for two, then they got a chance.
Yeah.
But the way they were kicking onside kicks, no way.
Exactly. They weren't really good at that.
They need to work on that.
Well, it's certainly a disappointing end to what was a great season. I mean, Muschamp said after the game, 11-2, it was a great year. But there's a stain on it now.
Yeah.
And the stain of the Georgia game wasn't a stain. The Georgia game was a tough, hard-fought loss where they made a lot of mistakes. This was just they played badly. They were poorly coached, I have to say, because Muschamp said the same thing, and I agree. I think the rollout pass on the goal line was a terrible call.
Took half the field away.
They're third and goal, second goal on the 1 foot line, and they run the Wildcat with Amarius Hines, and Louisville knew what was coming. But this is what happens in bowl games. You got a month to get ready for a team. Things like that can happen.
And big play after big play, they dialed up a good play for Bridgewater, and he executed. Give him credit for that.
I tell you, the best part of this game was the pregame for me. I got to see a lot of old Gators, including our buddy Chris Leak right there.
He's not old yet, though.
No, he's not. Well, he's old to me, and older than he's in the past. But Emmett Smith, talked to him a little bit, talked to Danny Werfel.
Lawrence Wright.
So it was, and
Tim
Tebow was here, I heard. I don't know. Rumors have it.
That Tebow guy.
I know. But that was the highlight by far of the day. And, of course, it was almost like bittersweet that Andre DeVos ran that kickoff back. Because he hadn't done anything all year, hasn't made a kickoff return. And then he does it, and you're kind of like, now?
Yeah. The thing you wonder about now, the season's over. What happens to the momentum you had coming off of FSU? How do you get it back now? There's off-season program, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
recruiting, maybe that.
Driscoll was saying that January 7th they get back to work, and the bottom line is this is a team we know now that Matt Elam's going out, which is a little bit of a surprise that Sharif Floyd's going out. That's not a surprise.
No. Waiting on Jordan Reed and Dominique Easer.
And Jordan Reed did not play a lot tonight and didn't play well when he was in there. So.
You have to wonder if they weren't happy with his effort. Yeah. Maybe he was mailing in a little bit. I don't know. But he didn't play a whole lot. And Kent Taylor, the true freshman, caught a big touchdown pass in the fourth quarter, which is good for the future.
Well, that's the end of the season, so we'll go on from here. You're not going to see much of me for a little while here. I'm having hip surgery next Thursday, so, I know you all wish me well. Well, at least a third of you. Oh, by the way, one last thing before we go. And we explained, we talked about why there was the Florida fans did not come to this game, that they've been here so many times, and it was Louisville. So that's part of the reason they lost the game. Because that crowd for Louisville was really loud.
Charlie Strong gave them the game ball.
He did, and they were really into it. And the Florida fans, there was a small group that was kind of loud, but for the most part, they were just kind of clapping their hands. And,
rough trip.
Give Louisville credit. By the way, the attendance for this game, it wasn't half full. It was an embarrassing thing. And the BCS game, the BCS is so broken right now. It's pathetic. It really is.
Well, it'll get fixed here in a couple of years.
So well, it still won't. You're still going to have bowl games where nobody shows up. True. I mean, it was ugly. All right, that's going to do it for our last Swampcast of the year. We appreciate everybody for clicking on. Robbie Andrew and Pat Dooley saying so long from the Big Easy.